Rapper C Murder will spend the rest of his life in jail.
They had nothing on him. The guy who was on the No Limit Chronicles, he been canted his statement. You know, like, C never had a gun, bro.
For the family of that victim, but an innocent man in jail for something he didn't do is no justice.
I'm gonna give my money back to charity. I'm not leaving it for ungrateful family members.
I ask you not to lock up and throw away the key on our prominent brothers in our culture, ones that can make a difference. And from our organized society will come greatness along with great men that later will be honored and thanked for bringing calmness and peace to our cities.
New Orleans, a city alive with jazz, pain, soul, and survival. But in the Calliope Project, life moved to a different beat, one driven by gunshots, sirens, and struggle. It was there, behind the concrete walls and rusty gates, that a young boy by the name of Corey Miller was born into a cold world with no second chances. He wasn't just surviving poverty, he was surviving the system, the streets, and the silence that swallowed young black boys whole. New Orleans. See, Corey would grow into something more, something loud, something powerful. Alongside his brothers Master P and Silk the Shocker, he helped build the No Limit Records from the ground up. His lyrics wasn't just music, they were a testimony. Truth told over 808s. But just as fast as success found him, so did controversy. In 2002, he was arrested for the murder of a teenager in a Louisiana nightclub. And in 2009, he was sentenced to life in Angola prison, a sentence he and many others still claim was built on lies, coerced witnesses, and injustice. This isn't just a story about a rapper. It's about the weight of a name, the scars of a city, the cost of truth in a system built to bury it. This is the story of C Murder, his rise, his fall, and the fight for freedom they tried to take forever. Born March 9, 1971, Corey Miller was raised in the infamous Calliope Projects in New Orleans. He grew up alongside his siblings Kevin Miller, Vishon Miller, aka Silk the Shocker, Percy Miller, aka Master P, and his sister whose name remains private for personal reasons. Now, he came of an age during the time when New Orleans was widely considered the murder capital of the South. Now, by the early 1990s, the Calliope Projects had become a hotbed for violent crime, largely fueled by turf wars and influx of narcotic trafficking.
I grew up in Third Ward, Calliope Projects. At the time, it's one of the most dangerous places in the world to live at. Most of the crimes that happen in New Orleans, probably half of it happened in the Calliope Project.
He credit his moral compass to his grandmother, Big Mama, who raised him with a firm hand and an open heart. In a city full of chaos, she was his calm. In his music, she was often mentioned not just as a caretaker, but as a spiritual foundation that reminded him who he really was, even when the streets tried to convince him otherwise. Corey later would attend the Atlas 48 High School, but tragedy would strike in the year 1990 when his brother Kevin Miller was murdered in the streets of New Orleans, a loss that profoundly shaped his path. But after graduating high school, Corey enlisted in the United States Army, where he served as a combat medic during the Gulf War. Corey didn't enlist just to serve, he enlisted to escape. The structure of the Army actually gave him a break from the chaotic background of the Calliope. But even halfway across the world, he carried the trauma of home. Seemed like he just couldn't shake it. Now, serving as a combat medic during the Gulf War, Corey saw death in uniform, but he had already seen it growing up on South Gall Street. This chapter of his life instilled discipline and exposed him to a world beyond the confines of the Calliope. After his military service, Corey returned to New Orleans and joined his brothers with their growing music empire. Master P had launched No Limit Records, where he would gain knowledge from West Coast veterans like JT the Bigger Figure and E40, all while paying homage to Jay Prince of Rap-A-Lot Records for laying the blueprint. Before New Orleans took over the nation, True had already taken over the streets of New Orleans, the rap group that C Murder started with his brother Master P and Silk the Shocker. It represented the unity and defiance in the city where most rap dreams died young. Their earlier tapes were raw, unfiltered, and brutally honest. It was like street gospel, and Corey was the preacher. Now, Corey founded his own imprint of the TRU, which would stand for the Real Untouchables, and dropped solo projects under No Limit, including Life or Death, which went platinum, Bossalini, and Trapped in Crime. And there's even a 2003 documentary straight from the projects that was hosted by Ice-T, where Corey took us on a tour of the Calio projects, providing that even after selling platinum records, he still lived among his people.
The Calio Projects, 3rd Ward, aka CP3. It's one of the toughest projects in uptown New Orleans. This is where C Murder comes from. The Calio Projects were built in 1941, housed 3,500 people, and average rent is $25 a month.
Look, I lost my thumb out here, out in the Calio. Got hit up with an AK, all in my back. Next time you see me, it's straight.
And this doc would also feature the late great Soulja Slim, who I did a video on. Y'all might want to check that out after y'all check this out. Now, for a period of time, Corey dated a singer by the name of Monica, who remains one of his strongest supporters to this day. Even behind bars, Corey's voice never went silent. He continued to write books, rhymes, letters. Hey, he even got a mixtape with Boosie out there. It would be his letters from his fans and his family that'll keep him going. Pages that'll give him hope. He would still continue to pen his thoughts down on paper. He knew that the bars couldn't break him, but maybe his words could actually break through. In the year 2002, January 12th to be exact, Corey Miller was accused of fatally shooting 16-year-old Stephen Thomas at Platinum Club in Harvey, Louisiana during a chaotic brawl.
Convicted of second-degree murder again. Rapper C Murder will spend the rest of his life in jail. But will today's controversial verdict be overturned by an appeals court? WDSU News reporter Travis Mackel is live at 10 to tell us why some say yes.
Well, Chris, C Murder's family and friends say they believe this conviction will be tossed out after they appeal, but one legal analyst says not so fast. Emotions erupted as rapper C Murder's family members spilled out of the Jefferson Parish courthouse. A jury found C Murder, whose real name is Corey Miller, guilty of second-degree murder for killing 16-year-old Steve Thomas at a West Bank nightclub in 2002. Miller's family cried foul after the verdict was read. Do you think this will be overturned on appeal?
Oh, absolutely, it'll be overturned on appeal, without a doubt.
The reason? Monday afternoon, jurors told Judge Hans Liljeburg that they were deadlocked. Liljeburg ordered the jurors to continue deliberating. That carried into Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning, the jurors told the judge that a female juror slept during some deliberations and kept quoting the Bible. That juror asked to be removed. Liljeburg denied it. Then the jury reached a guilty verdict, only to have the judge not validate the verdict since one juror was crying, saying she wasn't sure.
Judge Liljeburg sent the jury back, kind of calmed them down, advised them that they should not feel pressured.
3 hours later, the final guilty verdict came in. One legal analyst says the judge's actions will not lead to the conviction being overturned.
He not only was extra cautious, he did the right thing when the jury allegedly saying that he had some problems with the verdict. So what he did, sent them back to further deliberate. Very experienced judge. He did the right thing, and I don't see it as an issue. Really, I do not.
When the verdict was read, there were about a dozen sheriff's deputies inside the courtroom. Corey Miller didn't say a word as the verdict came down. Chris?
And Miller will be sentenced on Friday. He will spend the rest of his life in jail.
Now, in 2003, he was convicted of second-degree murder. Later, it was overturned due to withheld evidence by prosecutors. And in 2009, a retrial would be set where he was found guilty again by a jury of 10-2. He was sentenced to life without parole on August 14th of 2009. His legal team appealed multiple times. 2013, he was denied by a Louisiana Court of Appeals. In 2014, post-conviction relief found and alleged that juror coercion. One juror claimed that she was verbally abused and changing her vote from a not guilty to guilty, man. Very, very shady practices going on. And in 2013, he will be hit with a civil lawsuit where he was court ordered to pay $1.15 million to the family of the victim, Stephen. But in 2018, key eyewitnesses Kenneth Jordan and Darnell Jordan both recanted. Kenneth claimed detectives coerced him under the threat of unrelated charges. And Darnell said he was tricked into identifying Miller and never even actually saw a gun. These recantations were featured on Investigation Discovery's Reasonable Doubt, igniting media and public support. Now, there will be high-profile advocates such as Kim Kardashian, his boo, Monica, and civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump, who began to push for a new trial. But despite this, in 2019, a judge ruled that the recantations lacked credibility. For a while, it looked like there was going to be a lot of hope in getting Corey Miller out, with Kim Kardashian and Monica working on his side. Breath of life was breathed inside of C. Murder, but in 2021, in August, he went on a hunger strike, citing COVID conditions and suppressed evidence. Now, despite being brothers and business partners, the bond between C. Murder and Master P has been deeply strained over the years.
So this probably was one of the hardest things I ever had to do. But Jesus told the disciples, go out and be truthful. And whoever can appreciate that, just dust your feet off and keep it moving. This is not about me. This is about the older people in my family that has no verse when it comes to what's going on right now. And they shouldn't be talked about the way they have been. And any of y'all have any relatives that incarcerated that you know that's ungrateful, then you probably can understand this, especially if you did everything you could do. Like my mom, my dad, my sisters, my brothers, aunties, uncles. I know they've been, them went above and beyond to help my brother. And I'm real disappointed because I didn't even know he had a social media. But when I checked and seen like who he's following and what he was saying, you know, some of the stuff don't even look like he wrote it, but if he did, or it's his people, you know, bloggers, the devil, fake media people, they're gonna take that stuff and run, because they all about devouring and conquering. And everything that my family worked for, our reputation, you know, just because somebody that's incarcerated say whatever, it's entertainment for the world. But this is not entertainment. This is not fun. This is hurtful. You know, I know my brother said that he put some books out and made bare minimum, and that's the way he take care of his family, which, you know, in those books is what I disagree with. He talked about my mom, my dad, the people that created him. He said that they didn't do nothing for him, which is a lie. And anybody that know me, I don't need to be pat on the back or nothing. Whatever I done for him, I done it out of love. My grandmother, she's not here right now. She's my angel. I know that, and she should be his angel. I've never heard him talk about her like that. But I know Kim Kardashian put out one tweet, and she is angel, which is crazy to me. But I appreciate it. Like I said, my brother is innocent, and I hope she can get him out. I want him to come home. I see where Monica is ride or die. He just started talking back to her 7 months ago. And I know maybe it's prison talk, you know, I know he's incarcerated, and I get that. But still, you have to have a heart for the people that really helped you. Monica just got divorced last year. So I'm thinking like, that's your ride or die. That's cool, if that's the way you feel. But let's be real, I have family members that think my brother coming home and they're not truthful. Maybe Silk's scared to tell them the truth. My sister, my aunties, uncles, everybody think that this man is coming home and he gonna get a settlement, he gonna take care of everybody. But the truth is, and I know the truth hurt, what did he do the first time he was home? Who did he help? Why do people owe him
when his friends has him incarcerated. That's the real reason he's incarcerated. I changed my life and I left those same friends behind because they didn't want to do right. They wasn't on the same page I was on. So God said, you got to cut people off. You got to do the right thing. And it's to my brother, if you sit in that cell, or you got social media, you can see this, because I'm not coming to the jailhouse no more. You know, I'm not getting filled on, motherfucker touching on my ass, doing the same thing, looking for, do I have something on me? No, I don't. I changed my life. My grandmother that's deceased now, they was touching on her ass every time she go down there, and people still ungrateful. My mom, my dad, my brothers, aunties, uncles, everybody get filled on. When you go to prison to go see somebody, you might not come home either. I'm not going through that no more for ungrateful people. So all y'all bloggers or whatever, y'all can understand one thing. The ATM, I'm pulling the plug on. Because people that's ungrateful and don't appreciate me, even my own family members, they'll forget. Because you can give people, they hit you. I'm an ATM, I get it. That's what I am. I'm an ATM and now I'm a square because I'm not in the hood. I'm only not in the hood because I did the right thing. And I changed, which everybody else could change. But when you go to the club and you convicted of a crime that somebody else commit because you with the wrong people, and then the people that's with you, you call them the cut boys, that's who taking care of your business, while you locked up, they on the streets, and they all done turned on you, and you say nothing about it, you never made a record about them, you never wrote a book about them, turning on you. I mean, how is that real? How is that true? Because that's your word, true. They turned on you, bro. You could have been home with your family 18 years ago. I mean, how long Monica been knowing Kim Kardashian? You done did a hunger strike, everything, bro. This could have been done. If it's gonna happen, it's just not that easy. Man, Jimbo did 22 years and he said, cuz, guess why I came home? Because I used to be mad with you. The same way your brother is, but nobody telling him the truth. You paid for lawyers, you did all this stuff, we get it. But he said, guess what? My cellie told me, you mad at people, what have you done for Pete? Have you ever made him a card for his birthday? Have you ever sent him a Christmas card or made him a belt, anything? Nobody never done that, because people always say, where do you get the man that has everything? What about just love? What about a simple thank you? Mac family called me and said, thank you, Master P, for talking about my son's story in No Limit Chronicles. It made a big difference. Hopefully my son will come home soon. So that's integrity. That's people that have humility. I'm focusing on giving back to underprivileged communities, helping the next generation with education, helping the elderly. That's what I'm doing with my resources. I'm not wasting it on no more on family members that's ungrateful. I know that's why millionaires and billionaires say, you know what, I'm gonna give my money back to charity. I'm not leaving it for ungrateful family members. And I never thought I'd feel that way, but it's the truth. So people don't have to worry about me and what I'm doing or what I work for. When you look at my grandmother that's not here, I had to pay somebody to get you to her funeral, which is crazy. And you forgot. Everything costs money. Other people are spending their money and you're not thinking about, even if somebody say they know the date, but they done told you 100 times, yeah, that's love, bro. These people who you put your trust in, your friends, they only there for the publicity. When the publicity over, nobody's gonna help you or nobody's gonna be there for you but your family, us, the ones that love you.
Prison. Corey accused Percy of abandonment and betrayal, especially after he released the diss track with him and Boosie. Master P have time and time again publicly expressed his pride in Corey's innocence, but he also voiced frustration calling C-Murder ungrateful and accusing him of valuing external celebrity support like that from Kim Kardashian and Monica over family efforts. Now, he contended that Corey treated him like an ATM, prompting the P to pull financial and emotional support while still maintaining his ultimate love for his brother. Yet despite the tension, Master P has taken tangible public actions to support Corey, including a 2018 rally calling for his release and personal prison visits, he again would reaffirm the importance of family and hope for eventual freedom. In short, though, their relationship is a collision of fierce loyalty and public disappointment. But hey, man, they brothers, man. Y'all already know, bro. Brothers go through it. They go through it, man. Corey Miller right now presently is sitting behind bars in Angola, a place where time moves slow and freedom feel like a ghost. Decades have passed since that night in 2002. Witnesses have recanted, laws have changed, and still, the concrete doesn't crack. His music, once loud in the streets, now echoes through the prison walls and court filings. But the question remains, was justice served? Or was Corey Miller another young black man swallowed up by a broken system? He came from nothing and built something that changed hip-hop forever. But this isn't just about a rapper, bruh. It's about truth, second chances, and it's about what happens when the evidence don't match the verdict. And the silence speaks louder than them screams. Whether guilty or innocent, look, one thing is certain. Corey Miller's story is not over. And the fight for justice, that's still playing out, bar for bar, day for day. If you found value in this story, man, make sure y'all subscribe, hit that like button, share this with somebody that needs to hear it. My goal is to hit 100K subscribers before the end of the summer, and y'all support mean the world to me. As y'all already know, stay tuned, man, until next episode. We'll be doing these mini documentaries more often, just like old times, man. Jump in the comment section if you got anybody recommended that you want to hear from, man. But as always, YouTube family, we're going to sit up there and stay down until we come together, man. That's just the law at this point. Until next time, man, I'm gone. Y'all jump in the comment section and say Free C Miller.
Hey, baby.
Feeling like Jesus, tryna run 2 million up like peas. These niggas rats, why they always cheese? I want me a rollie with a dime that's free. I gotta keep a Glock for when shit get greased. I want me a bitch that don't really need me. INDEPENDNT, that's what the bitch gotta be. Put on a stroke, gotta pay a finder's fee. I ain't choose the game, but the game found me. Always praying to the Lord, have mercy on me. I ain't think I always have to have a 30 on me. I'm the MVP, put a jersey on me. Got that boomerang, I ain't Eddie Murphy. Strike 3 niggas out, yeah, it's a turkey. I fuck with Addis, don't fuck with Perky. From the bayou where the water is.
Feeling like Rich Homie, I'm the man of the year. Walked in with 2 cups, I'm the man of the year. I ain't playing with these niggas, giving instructions to my bitch. I be pimping on my hoes, I'm the man of the year. I'm feeling like Equal Dollar, I'm the man of the year. We gon' get the Benny clear, I'm the man of the year. I'm the man of the year, I'm the man of the year. I'm the man of the eye. I'm pimping like I'm done one. I'ma stop at the store, sell me an onion. Go and get some backwoods in the back of Funyuns. Let a nigga play me sweetie, he gon' meet the honey bun. I ain't riding with it unless he got a 100-round drum. Hit that nigga with the Drake, he go ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. Hit it with the daddy stroke, I got the little baby sprung. Gotta keep that thing on you coming from where I'm from. Gotta keep that thing on you when you coming from the bird. I been jugging and finessing, got that boy and got that girl. She been moving up the ladder cause the pimpin' in the word. They be shooting around here daily, why the fuck you acting scared? AR got a scope, it'll knock down the bear. Got a new BBL, make a nigga stop and stare. Sending packs in the mail, use the next day air. I send the bitch too, I put it in the air. Yeah, feeling like Rich Homie, I'm the man of the year. Walked in with 2 cups, I'm the man of the year. I ain't playing with these niggas, giving instructions to my bitch. I be pimping on my hoes, I'm the man of the year.